Hello. We're very glad you've expressed an interest in hearing more about LaserVision. Now, I'd like to tell you some of the more important things about the system and answer a few of the questions that we find people most commonly ask. LaserVision is a playback-only system. It does not record. The whole idea behind the system is that it should give you a professionally pre-recorded disc of superb quality, both picture and sound, and give it to you at a really reasonable price. Now, let's look at the machine, the video disc player itself. You've probably seen a videotape machine, and you may well have been put off by all the knobs and switches they have. Well, as you can see, the LaserVision disc player is less complicated than the average music center or hi-fi. LaserVision plays back through your TV set. But before we go into what the machine can do, let's look first at the discs. Now, there are two kinds of discs. The first kind, called long play, is used for entertainment such as feature films, musicals, and so on. The second kind of disc is called active play. That's because you can use it in an active way by slowing it down to see certain sequences, or even taking a frame-by-frame view of some of the fascinating discs on hobbies and pastimes which LaserVision will be bringing you and your family. But as you can see, both these LaserVision discs are unlike anything you've seen before. The LaserVision disc is a bright silver color, but what you can't see is that it's coated with a tough layer of plastic, with the picture and the sound information sealed in. So even if it gets left on the shelf, the consequences will never be as serious as with an ordinary LP. It will still play as beautifully as ever. If it gets dirty, you just dust it over with a soft, dry cloth. Now, the reason why the disc is so robust, so practical for family use, isn't just because of its protective coating. It's because the system is so different. With a record player, you have a needle which actually touches the record. With LaserVision, you have nothing touching the disc. Instead, it is read by a minute beam of laser light, which means that the disc won't wear out. Now, let's see how the player works. All you have to do is put on the disc, close the lid, and this is an active play disc, by the way, on how to play squash. Now, let's get it up to speed, and there's your picture. Very simple. Because this is an active play disc, you can look at the action in reverse, like this. Forward again, like this. And if you're looking at a sequence which you'd like to see in slow motion, so that you can really analyze what's going on, you can. What's more, you can slow it down just as much as you like. And you can play the slow motion in reverse, too. In fact, if you press still, you can hold it on one frame so you can study it in detail. So, as I said, the LaserVision player is extremely simple. Every control does exactly what it says it should do. Now, I should say here that long-played discs do not freeze frame or slow motion, but have a longer playing time of around an hour per side. However, for both discs, if we press search forward, it goes forward at great speed. Look, you can go back to normal speed whenever you want. This feature film gives me an opportunity to tell you about the sound quality of LaserVision. The player has stereo sound channels, which if connected to your hi-fi system, will give you the best possible sound. By the way, if you're studying a language, it's possible for discs to have English on one sound channel and another language on the other. Now, I'll change this long play disc for another active play disc to show you the remote control version of the player. It sends an infrared signal to tell the LaserVision player exactly what you want it to do. When I told you about holding on one picture of an active play disc, I didn't mention that you can also advance it one picture at a time, like this. Now, that's particularly handy if you're looking at written material, which needs a bit of study. The last thing I'd like to tell you about is a rather ingenious device, which is like a page number. It helps you find your place on the disc accurately and quickly. If I press the index button, a number appears on the screen. This is the index number of this particular frame. So, if you're watching an active play disc, for instance, all you'd have to do is follow the index numbers till you get to the frame you want. For long play discs, such as feature films, the numbers tell you the minutes that have been played. This can be particularly useful to help you find your place when you've been interrupted. I could, of course, go on. There are lots and lots of different programs to choose from, for all the family, for all tastes, and all of them come from this incredible silver disc. Now it's a brilliant home entertainment and education idea. Soon it'll be in schools and universities, industry and commerce, and things like mail order catalogues could well come to you on LaserVision. LaserVision is the first example of the new technology that is being developed for computer data storage and the revolutionary compact audio disc. Nothing gives such brilliant quality. Nothing is so simple. And with the price of this disc, nothing is so affordable. Thank you for your interest. And now Philips would like to show you a selection of clips from some of the movies and programs available to you for your LaserVision viewing.
A call note and a country stream, and suddenly there's an electric blue flash, a kingfisher. It plunge dives to spearfish, here in slow motion. Then it returns to its perch to stun and eventually swallow the fish. With blue-green plumage above a white throat and neck patch, and rich chestnut-brown underparts and those red legs, the kingfisher is uniquely brilliant among our British birds. The male has a black, dagger-like bill.